The Philippine peso rebounded from a three-year low and stocks dropped as Ferdinand Marcos Jr. headed for a landslide victory in the country's presidential election that will return his family to power more than 3 decades after his late dictator father was ousted in a bloodless people's revolt. The former senator won almost 31 million votes, while his closest rival, Vice President Leni Robredo, received 14.8 million votes, according to the latest unofficial tally by local broadcaster ABS-CBN. Even with about 97% of election returns already in, Marcos Jr. has yet to claim victory. Let's wait until the 100% of votes have been counted and the victory is very clear before we celebrate, he said in a televised speech late Monday. Marcos ran on a message of unity that offered few specific policy proposals, except to say that he will continue President Rodrigo Duterte's infrastructure building program if he wins. Most pre-election polls showed him well ahead of Robredo, a human rights lawyer and staunch critic of Duterte's violent crackdown on suspected drug traffickers. Marcos' running mate, Duterte's daughter Sara Duterte, is also poised to win the vice presidential race with an even wider margin against her closest rival. The surveys have already flagged this outcome and the market will take this result as credible, Jonathan Ravelas, chief market strategist at Investors will stay on the sidelines until the new president provides a clear and concrete plan to tackle rising poverty, strengthen healthcare, deal with inflation and manage debt. Investors would like to see his economic team. The peso traded at 52.35 against the dollar as of 3 p.m. in Manila, rebounding from a fresh 3-year low seen last week after the Federal Reserve raised interest rates by the most in more than 2 decades. Analysts attributed the currency's recent weakness to the Philippines' widening trade deficit and a stronger U.S. dollar, which has been bolstered by aggressive monetary tightening by policymakers who are grappling with the worst inflation in 40 years. While the Philippine Stock Exchange Index fell just 0.6% to close at 6,720.93 after slipping more than 3% in early morning trading, the decline could be short-lived. Historically, election results have not had much of an impact on the performance of the stock market, said April Litan, head of